So here was my situation.
Okay.
It was, I think it was Wednesday morning.
That was a tough one.
No, Thursday morning was a tough one.
Mm.
Wednesday morning, a little bit quick getting out of the house. Didn't have my usual oatmeal and apple. So I'm like, I'll do either Taco Bell or McDonald's breakfast in West Baden. If Taco Bell or if West Baden McDonald's has a line, I go to Taco Bell. If McDonald's doesn't have a line, I'll go
to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Can you see them both at the same time?
Yes, because they're right across the street from each other.
Yeah.
Really works out perfect.
Uh-oh.
Because I love breakfast burritos no matter what. So I'm cruising, and I see McDonald's has got a couple back plus one sitting up front. Taco Bell never has a line. I've never waited in line at Taco Bell in the morning at West Baden. So I was like, I'm going to go Taco Bell. So I reach up in the polar bear. There's like a little console up top there. Every day, take my badge off, set it up there. We had practice the night before, and so I had placed my wallet up there. So when I left home, I double checked. I could feel the little part on my badge. You guys have badges that you wear, kind of little retractable thing. And then I could feel my wallet. So I'm pulling into Taco Bell. I'm like, can I get me maybe a breakfast quesadilla? Like, it'd be great.
I've never had Taco Bell breakfast, by the way.
It's pretty good.
I have once.
Yeah. It's not bad. So I pull in, I order, and legitimately go to grab my wallet, and it's gone. And I just, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just ordered breakfast.
Been there.
And I'm pulling up to the thing, and I'm like, what do I tell this lady? So I get up there, and I'm like, ma'am, this is super embarrassing. I thought I had my wallet in the truck. I don't know where it's at. Like, I checked this morning, and I'm like frantically like looking, turning up everything to the point where she was like, well, I'll just give it to you. Like, it's my good deed for the day. And I was like, that's nice of you, but I'm going to find my wallet. So like this lady just wants to hand me the food so I get the hell out of the drive-thru.
Clock up, yeah.
So I put it in park, get out and start looking.
Oh, God. In the drive-thru?
Yes. And this lady's just watching, holding my drink in the sack like, dude, I told you I would give it to you. And I'm looking, can't find it. I look at my fuel gauge because I knew I needed to get gas. And I'm like, I'm going to have to bum $20 to put some gas in the truck because I don't have any money to freaking get back to Huntingburg. I was like, I can't believe I lost my wallet. So in that brief moment, that feeling of like panic where your stomach is up in your throat.
I hate it.
It is brutal. Now, my overarching question is, what's a situation you've experienced where that's happened or what would cause that? But here's the crazy thing. So I'm just like, day is ruined. This lady feels great because she helped out some dummy that didn't have his wallet that went through a drive-thru. So I park at the resort, turn on the flashlight on my phone, and I start going through that son of a bitch like CSI looking for semen deposits.
How many of those do you leave in your truck?
Semen deposits? None recently. So I'm like looking.
Follower.
So I start. Oh! That's uncalled for. That needs to be cut.
No way.
So I start looking on the driver's side. Still don't find it. I was like, I really left my wallet.
You left it at home.
So then I go to the passenger side, look in the back. I'm working systematically, grid search.
Breaking it down into quadrants.
Yeah. I look, nothing. In the back, nothing. I'm looking under the front seat, nothing. And I take this big, deep breath, and I'm like, I'm a idiot. My wallet, because I carry like the little clip thing.
Yeah.
It must have been either when I was turning into Taco Bell and I took it from down and put it on the thing, which I had some papers and some other stuff there. But it slid on the passenger seat, left front, it slid right down into there where I couldn't see it from the driver's side.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't even see it from like looking into the passenger side. Just
Basically,
drop. Perfect drop.
Damn near have to
drop.
Unbolt the seat to get it.
Yeah. Perfect drop. So I'm like, I can eat this food now. Like I didn't even touch it yet. Didn't even touch it.
I can't take it back.
Well, no. So this is me. So I hop back in my truck, drive back to Taco Bell, come in the door with this big goofy ass grin on my face. And the lady walks up. She goes, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I go, "Nothing. Here, I'm here to pay." And she goes, "Dude, I gave it to you. It was my good deed." I'm like, "Your good deed still counts." But I was like, I couldn't go through without paying. She goes, "I don't even remember what you had." I was like, "Well, I was just here 5 minutes ago. Like, it's not like it's been that long." Yeah. So then repeat my order, pay, walk out. And it just, but I had that moment in time, that initial fear where your stomach is in your throat and you're like, "Oh shit."
So we're working and it's lunch and we're going to Beeler's, IGA, to the chicken counter. We're going to get us some chicken strips and whatnots or whatever for lunch. And it was.
Do you like calling them chicken strips or chicken tenders?
There's strips there.
Because the young folk call them chicken tendies.
Tendies are, yeah. Well,
okay.
Now,
no cap.
We do call them
actually.
That's sus.
They do call them tatey. We do call them tatey wedges though, like tatey wedges there.
JoJo's.
Yeah.
Now you still don't know the JoJo.
You blew my mind. Anyway, so it's me and Clem, me and ORK,
friend of the program.
Yeah.
I bet he's excited for you to be back this week.
Yeah, he's already told me that when I do come back, I'm not allowed to speak because it's been very quiet around there and awful enjoyable at break and lunch. So,
oh boy.
Anyway,
can you imagine how disappointed he'll be?
His name is Prick. The P is silent. That's what it always says. Anyway, we go to Beeler's and we're going to get our lunch. And he's like, "Hey, I don't have my wallet. I don't have any money. Which we do this shit all the time. Like, hey, will you get my lunch today? I'll buy yours tomorrow or whatever, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, no sweat, man. Sure, for sure." So we go in, we both go back to the deli. We get our shit and we're walking back up to the front. And like, we both set our boxes down on the belt and like I reach back to get my wallet to, get my money out and my wallet is gone. Like it's not there. And that feeling, that sickening feeling of like, oh my God, where's my wallet? And I had driven the one truck earlier in the day and then got pulled off and had to go do something else and got into another truck, but I had used my wallet earlier in the morning and then just like set it in the cup holder and then never put it back in my pocket. So here we are. It's like 12, or 11:50 or 12 o'clock, like we're going to lunch. Like it's lunchtime. And
realistically, it was probably about 11:30, Dave, because those guys don't break right at noon.
Unfortunately, you're wrong.
You had really?
Yeah. So
okay.
There's been a recent.
There's been a crackdown.
Yeah.
Huh?
So anyway,
yeah, sons of bitches.
We're standing
lunch
there.
is at noon, but we can start at 11:30.
We're standing there, and Clem's looking at me. He's like, "What the f***? You told me you had money." And I said, "Yeah, I do in my wallet, but my wallet ain't here." So I'm asking the clerk and I'm like, "Hey, what?" Okay, so here's what we're in. We're in a little bit of a predicament here. I mean, because there's $20 worth of shit laying here.
Yeah.
Or, $17, $15 or whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to have to run back to the shop and get my stuff. Can I take him with me? So he's going to have to eat cold food because of my screw up. Can he go with me and stuff? She's like, I'm really not sure. I'm like, no, I'm going to leave mine here. He's just going to take his and go with, I don't know if we can do that. Let me have to talk to my manager. And some guy from like 3 aisles over was like, "Hey, I'll help you out." And we were like, "What?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it." And he walks over and pulls a $20 bill out of his wallet and pays for me and Clem's lunch, and then wouldn't take the change. Like there was like $3 worth of change, and he wouldn't even take that. He's like, "Get out of here. You guys have a good day." You know what I mean? And it's like, luckily, we got bailed out of that situation. But yeah, that could have been a pretty embarrassing. Have to, eat $16 worth of chicken strips because they didn't have any money at the checkout line, which I'm sure somebody would have, took care of it. But I don't know. That's a sickening feeling. That was one recent thing that happened to me.
You have one, Smoke?
Yeah, just this other week, we were doing a side-by-side cruising along a mountainside.
Uh-huh.
And I spotted me this bear out of the corner.
Oh, like a cop bear or like a
black bear.
Oh, real bear.
Gatlinburg black bear. And he was up probably 40 yards. No. 25 or 30 yards probably up.
Yeah.
On this real steep portion. I guess it's a mountain. And he's just on a rock eating some berries. I'm like, oh, man. So we pull over and Jenna's getting pictures and the kids are excited. And nobody else had spotted this thing yet. So, we pulled over and it's just the side of some 45-mile-an-hour highway. So then the car behind us stops. Like, hey, what's this guy doing? And they notice and they get out. So all these people.
Oh, you're getting out.
That's what they call it.
Well, we weren't. We were in the side-by-side. They were kind of peeking out of their windows. But as all these people came around, I'm like, oh, man. Like, we started to get to where I only had like one escape route. Well, this old black bear starts coming down the side of the mountain. I'm like, holy crap, I got my kids back here for like easy pickings. Jenna's like, hey, it's time to go. I was like, love to. Can't. Like all the way blocked in. So I had a mountain on one side and like 4 cars on the other. And that was a pretty panicky moment because I didn't want to like lose my shit and like look like something.
Get out of the way!
But I'm like, okay. I was just trying to really keep my mind focused. Nothing's here, dude.
Yeah. Chill, just chill. Be cool.
But I think finally the car beside me, they saw my frantic starting to kick in and they noticed the bear coming down the mountain and they gave a pretty quick and abrupt R gear to get out of the way. I was like, where the hell do you go? Like, I could fight a bear. But my kids and wife are in between me and the bear. And
that's I don't know testosterone talking.
I could fight a bear, he said.
If I had
testosterone.
to. If I had to. But I
9
can talk
times
to
out
animals.
of 10, they won't. It was probably. You think it was a boar? You think it was a boy bear, or do you reckon?
Yeah, he was a pretty big fella. He was a pretty big feller.
Now, sow, the big sows are big.
He seemed more. I don't know. He seemed more muscular.
Masculine.
Yeah.
Did you
see? Because I can.
Now, how do you don't want to misgender this bear?
Did you see a little fuzzy pouch back behind there?
No. It was more of his facial.
Snoot.
Yeah,
his snoot.
Yeah.
Had a broad snoot on him.
In Yellowstone, they call those bear jams.
Bear jams?
Bear jams because
people stopping, yeah.
Because everybody
we also
will.
saw a herd of elk.
Oh, cool.
25 of them in Cherokee, North Carolina, on that side by side.
Oh my God, down North Carolina.
Down in Cherokee, North Carolina. So a funny story about that Cherokee area.
How?
We went down there and camped.
Oh boy!
And as a young lad, Papa Frank may remember this story when he watches the racist bastard. When Papa Frank probably will recall this story, we stopped McCorden for breakfast, and for some reason they allowed young me to order pancakes.
Ooh,
in which I dumped the syrup in my lap.
Oh, good.
Very early on in the journey.
Oh, that's when you said you're never eating pancakes in the car again.
Yeah, and so it wouldn't allow it. But we camped in Cherokee, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Little KOA down there.
Yeah, that's
Campground
a big
of America.
It's a big one.
So we've got a lady that works in the office.
It's just for me later.
Okay.
There's a KOA they're everywhere now.
Yeah, there's a lady in our office. Harris has got a big casino down there. And she has supplied some money.
Harris backwards is Shara.
You think
thanks, Dave.
You think they sell a lot of cigarettes down there too?
Good possibility.
Are those
we
only
bought ice cream. Now Oklahoma has the Indian smoke stores. There's one in a song, very specific on where it is. And I went to California. I stopped out there, and I was real excited about a whole carton of Pall Malls.
Is that right?
And I just had this shit-eating grin on my face, and that little old lady was just puffing away and
didn't care 2 shits about
I was like,
what
is this a place? She's like, the cigarette store. And I'm like, the one from the song. Christ, no. That one's in such and such Oklahoma. He just mentions this one, but it's not this store. Oh, what a bummer. Anyways.
Yeah, so I think Harris there is owned by the Eastern Band of Cherokee
Nation.
Cherokee Nation, which is the same group.
Cherokee people.
Right on
Cherokee
cue.
bride.
They're the same ones that own Caesars, Southern Indiana, just to our southeast.
The Cherokee Indians own the Caesars?
The Band of Cherokee Indian Nation. Yeah, they bought Caesars, Southern Indiana.
Why do
they get involved in them?
Yeah.
Because they produce money.
Lots of it.
Yes.
And it helps their
reservation.
Yeah.
It helps their tribe. So when I was in
tax they kind of got screwed out of it all. So
yeah.
good for them.
When I was in Michigan,
they're getting
theirs. They didn't kind of get screwed out.
They did.
They 100% got screwed.
When I was in Michigan, the tribal casinos is how they do everything. And so they actually started doing purification standards.
Oh boy.
For these tribes.
I don't know what that means.
Well, how much Native American are you?
Oh, kind of like
yes.
What the hell is her name? The politician lady.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
I am 132nd Cherokee.
Now that's what my math had me at, but I guess I'm not.
No. You sure do look good though with turquoise. Did you get you a pair of moccasins?
No. So I went down in a daggone. We didn't go to Cherokee for the turquoise store as it was open kind of evening time. But when we came into town, I told Jen, I was like, I need a pair of moccasins.
Yeah.
And I'd like a nice turquoise cuff bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just couldn't find one that suited me, and I found a ring, and I was like, okay. Then my other one, the one I've had, it started fitting again because I lost a little bit of LBSs.
Yeah.
And then I come across this majestic turtle. Now, this ain't no sea turtle like you see a lot. This one's got fingers.
That's a terrapin.
Yeah. And,
it's a walking turtle.
Walking turtle.
So I had to pick.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. So I picked both.
Yeah.
Well, good for
now,
you.
what a guy have to give for a necklace like that? I don't want to be too nosy, but look pretty hefty.
Is that
price
an innie or an
outie?
Well, I'd say it wasn't too bad. I was a wheeling and dealing with
good.
fella down there at Haywood's Fine Jewelry.
Haywood.
Yeah.
And, he didn't see what was coming.
Yeah, all this is out of Arizona, which this one's from Arizona too, according to the website I bought it from.
I mean, now
that's where the real turquoise is.
It is. It comes from copper mines.
Yeah, there we go.
Ow.